I'll listen to you anytime you need somebody to talk to. You're a good young man, and you're going to find that too. You're going to be great at what you do, and you're going to find happiness, and just treat that friend with kindness. That's the only way it can go. Be amicable. And like you said, don't argue. That's a good attitude to take. Just walk away, pray, and the next time you see him, extend that kindness. I gotta go. Love you lots, bro. Send me some links. And I'm going to try and do something about email to make sure I can like and subscribe. They won't even let me subscribe. I'll figure something out. Have a blessed day, brother.
What's good, people? Happy Hump Day Wednesday, October the. Let me double check. October the 23rd. Yep, I was right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't losing some brain cells here.
Bang, 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 bang.
How's everybody feeling today? I hope well. Peace, praise, glory to the Most High for allowing us to commune, to come together one more time under the same umbrella, to talk, to chat, to get some things off of our chest. Before we go into the stream, you know how I like to give it up. Do me a solid. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already following. Cryptic Creed Paranormal just dropped. If you haven't checked that out, go do so. Shout out to my writers, my poets, my content creators. Virtual open mic is right around the corner. Definitely trying to lock that in. If you haven't attended any of them, I highly recommend that you do so. The vibe is always phenomenal. Always phenomenal. I've never, ever had a complaint doing not one episode since I started. You get your laughs, you get your emotions, and you get to connect with people. What more can you ask for? We're gonna rap. Promise, we're gonna rap. Let me get something here real quick. Let me make sure I got everything the way I wanted. I should have did this in the first place, but I was looking at it like I was gonna have so many issues with TikTok, but they seem to be trying to make it as um, difficult as possible to stream. So I'm improvising here on the fly. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this IG real quick. Oh yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. Just bear with me. I like to take my time with this stuff. I never like to rush through any of my thoughts. Never. I would be doing a disservice to me. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Greg, I see you over there on the Facebook. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you very much for tapping in with me today. I hope you are feeling better, brother. I hope your week is treating you even better. You see the title, you see the names attached to the title. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask everyone here a question. Are you familiar with anybody in the description? Do you know who uh, Abercrombie and Fitch is? Are you familiar with those folks? I know everybody is familiar with Elon Musk. I know who Elon Musk is. I'm not very familiar with the others that's in this lineup here. So I had to do a little digging, just a little, because look, I know of people, I don't know of everyone. I'm not hip like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, before I give my thoughts and my opinions on this particular story, I want to express why I'm bringing it up. It came across one of the people that I follow on YouTube. They did a live stream on it. Now I didn't watch the live stream, but I saw that he was stepping outside of what he normally covers, which is battle rap. And for the reasons that I'm about to state, it made me say, all right, well, if he's covering this must be big. It has to be something serious because he doesn't talk about stuff like this very often. He stays in the entertainment world. So now I have to dig and I have to find out what's going on myself. Absolutely appalling. It's sick. It's sad. It's um it's something that's going to make me come out of character a few times before this stream is over with. That's why I had to be very careful with what I said within the first 30 seconds, first minute of the video, because they are petty. YouTube is petty. Most of these spaces are petty. So follow the guidelines, and then when it's time for you to do what you got to do, now we can begin. So what this is what I'm gonna do, right? I did my shout outs, salutes to everybody that's watching. Um, I'm gonna read what I pulled up on the people here because two things I have to give a background on what this story is about, and I want people to know who I'm referring to, just in case you're in a doc about these folks. Um, so I'm looking at it from the phone here. I was gonna pull it up on the screen, but I don't want to do all that. I could, but I might. I just don't want to get in trouble with YouTube for playing certain stuff, and they get all bent out of shape and sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, ex Abercrombie CEO used power, wealth, and influence to traffic vulnerable men, prosecutors say. This was presented by Rihanna Croxford, investigations correspondent, October 22nd, 2024. And I quote, the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, A&F, and his partner have been arrested and charged with running a streetwalker and international ex trafficking business. Authorities arrested former fashion executive Mike Jeffries, his partner Matthew Smith, and the couple's alleged middleman James Jacobson on Tuesday morning. Federal prosecutors said the men used force, fraud, and coercion to engage in violent and exploitative actual acts. Mr. Jeffries and his partner have previously denied any wrongdoing via their lawyers, and Mr. Jeffries' lawyer told the BBC on Tuesday that they would respond in detail to the allegations after the indictment is unsealed. A lawyer for Mr. Smith has been approached for new comment. A&F declined to comment on the latest developments. Warning. I love when they do that. This story contains descriptions of actual acts. Yeah, I figured that. The FBI opened an investigation last year after the BBC revealed claims that Mike Jeffries and his partner sexually exploited and abused men at events they hosted in their New York residences and hotels around the world. The BBC investigation found that there was a sophisticated operation involving a middleman and a network of recruiters tasked with finding men for their events. On Tuesday, U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, Breon Peace, alleged that Mr. Jeffries used his wealth, power, and status as CEO of A&F to traffic men for his own sexual pleasure and for the pleasure of his partner, Mr. Smith. Outlining prosecutors' accusations, Mr. Peace alleged the couple employed Mr. Jacobson as their recruiter who would conduct tryouts with men from across the globe by engaging them in sex acts in exchange for money. Once Mr. Jeffries approved of the men, they would be flown to his New York home where they were pressured to consume alcohol, Viagra, muscle relaxants, Mr. Peace claimed. Prosecutors further alleged that Mr. Jeffries and Mr. Smith directed others or personally injected men with an E. Hold up. Let me get my charger shit right. This shit is wild. Where was I at? Prosecutors further alleged that Mr. Jeffries and Mr. Smith directed others or personally injected men with an erection inducing substance when they were incapable or unwilling to participate. The ex-CEO spent millions of dollars on a massive infrastructure to support this operation and maintain his secrecy, prosecutors said, which included international travel, hotel stays, paid staff, and security for the events. Prosecutors said there were 15 victims mentioned in the indictment, but alleged that the operation encompassed dozens of men. Okay, what are we doing here? Do we have any normal people watching in the building? Do we have any parents? Do we have any uncles, aunts? Do we have any normal walking, breathing human beings in the stream today? Uh wow, right? Off the rip. Is anyone surprised here? Literally, is anyone surprised here? You know, when I first heard about this story, I kind of browsed over it because I didn't look at it as something that was a big shocker. You know, I've seen some shit. I've seen death. I've seen people get kicked out of their homes. I've seen people lose their lives over broken relationships. I've seen people crash out over jealousy and envy. I've seen some pretty harsh shit. This is just to me another day in the office for the privileged. Diddy gets caught up. Kamala Harris is getting forced on us. Donald Trump is getting forced on us. Epstein hasn't been exposed for the monster he is. What are we talking about actually here? When you look at any country, the United States has to be one of the most predominant nations in terms of having freedom of speech, having this supposed backing of godly image, what we stand for, what we represent, what we're really supposed to stand on in terms of principalities and things of that nature. But when it all boils down to it, what is always the main factor? Money, power, greed, and lust. Isn't it interesting how we have another story exposing the depraved mindset of someone in power? Every single person that I've ever come across that's had money, they've always indulged in stuff that superseded the reason of a rational person. It's never nothing normal. It's always some outlandish, drop your jaw, you can't eat for a week type shit. All the time, it never misses. It never misses. It's always some. There's always some person that is just sitting on millions and millions of dollars and they bored. They ain't got nothing else to do, They done lived their life. They done flew around the world 10, 15 times already. So they don't really have nowhere else to go. They've had all of the sexual encounters that they could have with people. They've slept with women. And they've abundance of men, so on and so forth. They've had when you have power and you have an abundance of opportunity that's just readily available to you, there's no depletion of it. Where do you go from there? What do you do from there? That's just like me right now. If I had millions of dollars right now, I know damn well for me, I'm not ever working again. I will make sure that I'm taking care of my employees or whatever the case may be, depending on what it is that I decide to do. But with my leisure time, I ain't got to clock in and I ain't got to answer for nobody. I'm absolutely about to travel. I'm about to enjoy my life. I'm about to go see the world. Absolutely. But the difference between someone who's never had it and someone who has already had that lifestyle, a person who has never had it, they are more frugal with how they spend. They see the value in a dollar. I'm not about to sit here and buy or spend $50,000 on a fucking necklace. I'm not. I'm not about to spend 200. I'm not about to spend $250,000 on a car. Are you high? Are you sniffing something?
I can smell it. I can smell it. Anybody coming here having used crack, I can smell it.
A person who has everything handed to them, they can just, and you'd be surprised at what a human will do. We are broken. We are so broken that if I was giving away, $1,000 right now, I guarantee you that a good number of people that are watching right now would have more to say. I guarantee you there will be people more proactive, secretly DMing me, messaging me, emailing me. You'll find a way to reach out to me then. Let a dollar amount get put in the equation. You'll see what a person's real nature is when a person is starving and hungry and they desperate and they trying to make a way and they trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of the decline that they're in. You would be surprised. People backstab and turn on each other every day over money, over people, over things that they desire and want. So imagine being a millionaire. Elon Musk is running one of the biggest social media platforms in the world. You think that the users even care that he's making money off of them? Don't nobody care about that. Nobody's thinking about that shit. But let me I'm gonna probably come back to that because I know I'm using Twitter for my own reasons. So for those of you who are watching, it has nothing to do with me not knowing that I just put money in this. No, I'm on my own agenda. Sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands. But let's look at this story right here in itself because there's another piece that I want to bring up too. Are we surprised that these guys are getting caught up in these scandals? Somebody probably didn't get paid enough and decided to tell, or maybe somebody just decided that it was the right thing to do and they came forth. Who knows? But when you got money, you can hide and you can cover up and you can keep people from telling the truth and speaking up. That's why platforms like this matter. Whether or not people want to acknowledge it or not, platforms like this absolutely matter. That was a clothing brand. I don't know what they do now, but clearly they do pretty good for themselves. They were able to create a blueprint for how they wanted to make the operation run. They had people, you had staff, allegedly. All of this is alleged, though, of course. Let me just put that out there. Alleged. So you allegedly hired people to to basically recruit who you wanted to bust open cheeks or bust open your cheeks. So you got folks scouting, you injecting people with stuff to give them. What are we? This shit is wild to me, man. It's absolutely wild to me. But here's the caveat. This ain't the first story. There's thousands of them. If you really wanted to know how much of this shit was going on and how often it was going on, all you had to really do was all you gotta do is Google it. Like right now, phone. If I just go on Google right now and I just randomly type in, like I can just randomly type in, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it just because. Uh, what do I want to say? Um, I'm a sex trafficking cases. 2024. I'm gonna do that. 2024 trafficking in persons report, United States. I'm gonna read this off real quick. This is it's not funny. It's not a joke. I mean, you can brush it off and ignore it if you want. I won't. I'm just saying this is how common this shit is. I'm gonna read this little portion. I'm not gonna go through all of it. I'm gonna just read this little part right here. Message, let's see. Message from the Secretary of State. Dear reader, human trafficking is a stain on the conscience of our society. It fuels crime, corruption, and violence. It distorts our economies and harms our workers. And it violates the fundamental right of all people to be free. Around the globe, this is the part that I want you to remember. Log it in your head. Around the globe, an estimated 27 million people are exploited for labor services and commercial X through force, fraud, and coercion. They are made to toil in fields and factories and restaurants and residences. Traffickers prey on some of the world's most marginalized and vulnerable individuals, profiting from their plight. Do I need to go on? There's other stats, there's other statistics. I just typed in, and that's what I got. The internet. Don't you just love the internet? You can pretty much pull up anything from anywhere at your exposed, no, not at your exposed, but at your disposal. These dudes ain't doing nothing that hundreds and hundreds of other men and women aren't doing out here right now. They got rich, they got bored with being rich, and they took their sexual desires to a higher level. That wasn't good enough. You ever heard somebody say, they need to spice it up in a relationship? You ever been in a relationship with somebody and they got bored with the routine? They got tired of doing the same thing over and over and over again. They meet somebody outside of your relationship. They find excitement with that person. And through that, they picture something with them that they no longer get from their spouse. So they step out and then they blame their spouse for why they stepped out. It ain't no different than a person with power and money. Sick. It's absolutely sick. How anyone just ignores the fact that Satan has been really working and doing his job. And I'm not commending it. I'm just saying, like, really look at it. Satan is really doing his job. It's not a joke. So you got these dudes, and it doesn't even have to be them specifically. You don't even have to have millions of dollars. You can have the name behind you. The name itself is enough. The name itself is enough to get people to do whatever you want them to do, literally. Because a lot of folks just don't have boundaries. They don't have standards. They don't have morals. You can pretty much get away with damn near anything with a lot of folks in this market right now, because everything is high. Cats got to work 3 4 jobs just to keep a roof over their head and food on their table. Either the job is not paying enough, or inflation is screwing people so bad. One income is not going to do it. So one income ain't going to do it. You got kids, maybe you're single, maybe you just have a harder time in the dating field because it's not looking like what it used to look like when we were growing up. So you have to tough it out. You have to hustle harder. You got to produce more work. You got to produce more content. You got to be more proactive with your hands. You have to be literally on the clock damn near all week. You probably get out of the entire week 3 to 4 hours, maybe 6 hours worth of sleep throughout the entire week. That's how screwed up this country is. They got you working that hard. People are hungry. People are hungry. They're desperate. They're they're worn down damn near to a nub. People need money. People need security. People need safety. People want to feel like they can breathe easy, even though every single second that passes says otherwise. And these folks that are sitting in these office spaces at their desks, looking over the city with their PowerPoints, their pretty little PowerPoints. got their little special friends, their circle of special friends sitting around the desk advertising and promoting how to manipulate and alter the way you view certain shit. So let's sell Colgate this way. Let's do an ad for Colgate. Let's do an ad for Reese peanut butter cups. Let's do an ad for Balenciaga. Let's have Sexy Red advertise New Balance. Let's have Demi Lovato sing a half a minute verse about buying Payless shoes. I don't know. That's how they get you broke. Get you broke. The sooner you make the money go right back out. Soon as you get it go right back out. Because guess what? Not only are you spending money on your bills, you spending money on your habits and your addictions and things that you think you need, but you don't necessarily need. We keep them rich. They keep us right where they want us at. And then when you know how to control a population, because I call it population control. And you can look at that in two different ways, where they're trying to systematically kill off the community with what they put in the food, or you could look at it like this. The power of suggestion, the violence, the liquor, the cigarettes, the weed, the pills, the drugs, the medicines, the promiscuity that's getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. All of them sit at a desk and they talk about how stupid we are. And we are stupid in our own way because we fund their life. We fund their life. The reason why they get to travel abroad and get on these yachts, they get to take 2-3 month vacations, is because we fund all of that. Their family ain't never got to worry about a single thing. But then look, and here, and this is what's crazy about it. Even while we're funding their lifestyles and we're the ones putting the money in their pocket, look at what they're doing. They out here renting out other people's buttholes. They're literally renting out other people's body parts for their own pleasure, all for your hard-earned money, all for my hard-earned money. That don't make you feel some type of way? That don't bother you? It bothers me. It absolutely bothers me. But this is what happens when we don't stand for nothing. We don't care about our life. We don't care about ourselves, our community. We don't care about the politics. We don't care about where our money goes. We don't care about what we invest in. Is any of this true? Well, let's talk about that for a second. Before you get arrested, before they come for you, Typically, they have to have probable cause. They do their surveillance. They are supposed to look into these matters as thorough as possible before they can make an arrest. So they've been looking at these guys for a significant amount of time. Otherwise, they wouldn't have arrested them. Here's where we are. Because I'm gonna follow this, just like I'm following the Diddy trial, and I know they're gonna try to drag it and prolong it as much as possible. But eventually, we're going to have a judgment, guilty or not guilty. You did this or you didn't do it. I don't care about your living out your fantasies and all that. What I have an issue with is the crimes that were committed in all of this. 27 million 27 million people have experienced or have been involved indirectly or directly with trafficking. Really think about that for a second. That means you have co-conspirators. You have folks that just say, well, if you pay me just enough, I won't say shit. I ain't gonna say nothing. You do whatever you want. I know it's wrong. I don't really approve of it. But hey, you just put money in my pocket. Shit, my rent's covered for the next 3-4 months. I'm good.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck, 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 fuck you.
Right. People just sitting up there. That's what I was talking about when someone is starving, when they just need an opportunity, and they willing to literally sell their asshole so that they can keep their car. They willing to sell out their loved ones so that they can keep their lifestyle. Those are people that you need to look at closer, and you might want to cut ties with them type of people. Real spill. Drugs, 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 and more drugs. What's up? I see you over there on IG. I was just thinking about you. I hope you good. I hope you good. Salutes, Lord J. Dennis. Salutes to you. We're talking about Abercrombie and Fitch CEO Mike Jeffries being charged with SA, SF, ST, trafficking, uh, you name it, they're being held for it. They're being charged with it. And I'm just explaining my thoughts. You know, I ain't the brightest bulb in the world. I'm in my own little corner. I speak on shit that I see that's weird, that don't make sense. No, I don't always have the answer for everything, but wrong is wrong and right is right. And I'm annoyed. I'm irritated because I keep on seeing like damn, this is, can you give a nigga money too? Give me, go ahead, man. You bored, you don't know what the fuck to do with this money. Go ahead, give me your $37 million. I'll take it. Go ahead, give me 2 million. Give me 3. Like, damn, if you don't know what to do with this shit, give it to me. I will figure it out. You need somebody to give you an idea of how to be happier. Do you need some ideas of how to enjoy yourself without having to invade other people's body parts and go inside them from the I can help you out. Give give me the money that you are paying people to go out here and scout for you, like they're fucking selling cookies door to door. Give me that money that you were giving them. I'll get you a hobby. You like Scrabble? You like to play chess? Do you like robots? Laser tag, nigga? Laser tag? Have you ever played with like have you ever done paintball machines and pinball machines and shit? I can hook you up. Paddle boat. Paddle boat. See, this is here's the problem. Y'all hanging around too many uppity ass people, man. They don't know how to have fun. They don't know how to live. Y'all idea of living is just not actually doing shit. See, when I was growing up, we played in the dirt. We played in the dirt. We made fucking mud cakes and mud pies and shit. We hung little basketball rims up on the tree. We cut out the bottom of the crate. We did stuff like that. Freaky Friday. We did stuff like that. Y'all literally playing. Y'all literally playing Freaky Friday with real freaks. You got a whole building. That ain't weird. You got a whole so you buy you spend I don't know how much buildings cost. I'm not even gonna say a lie. I'm just gonna give you a random guess. You spend $4 million on a building downtown or on the outskirts of some unknown area or something. Thank you. I try to switch these joints up every so often. You buy you a nice little size building, so you just for the purposes of so you hold on, I'm sorry. I get excited when I start over talking and so not you're bored, you don't know what to do with your habits and your hobbies and you need to explore. You say, "Hey, let's go ahead and invest in this new building right over here. It has the nicest view. It has these windows is 27,000 square feet. We can put this here and we can put that there. It would be awesome." Remember Pulp Fiction? Anyone seen Pulp Fiction? When my man the shit tripped me out because when I was watching the joint originally, I did not know where that shit was going with Marcellus. I did not know Marcellus was on that type of shit. Ving Rhames, bro. Ving Rhames. I ever since I saw that movie, I could never look at him the same ever again. After that scene that he did, I could never look at him the same again. You spend millions of dollars on a building specifically so that you could import and export human beings. Don't nobody find nothing wrong with that. Allegedly, because that's what that is. Every time something comes out like this, right? Every time there's a story of someone with a name, if it was me or you, we up the river. Anyone else, it's alleged. It's always alleged. It's always prefaced with alleged. You screwing with people's families. A lot of them people probably lost their jobs, probably lost their homes, probably fell out with family, crashed out. I don't think people understand the effects that trafficking has on people. We've never had to experience it. Nobody here has ever dealt with that. Have you ever experienced being sold in a foreign country? Do you know someone who's personally been sold on the market? I haven't. 10, 15 years ago, the police here were so busy because for a while they were snatching children. There were people just snatching children in my neighborhood, all up in my neighborhood. Kids were going missing, just randomly just going missing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Is this shit really happening? Is this real? This can't be real. Nah, humans don't really do shit like that. I still think like that. Even though I know that it happens, it's like, damn, people, do humans really operate like this? Do they really think that snatching children up is cool? That trafficking, forcing people to do things that they don't want is actually attractive, or is something like, what are we talking about? I still have a hard time accepting it. I know it's real, but it's like, damn. Yeah, for months, every other day, a little girl was going missing. A boy was going missing. I'm like, what? What the hell? What did I walk into? This right here is trippy. This is really trippy. And the more cases that I heard and saw, the more I realized how fucked up we are as a human race. We really are. We are actually some sick people. A lot of us, not all of us, but a large majority of us. So when I see that, and I'm about to jump into this other part too. I want to get into this real quick. Uh, Elon Musk. Elon Musk said that Eminem was a part of the Diddy Bop. Elon Musk. um, you know what I love about people with names? They can say anything, and I want to be fair here. They can say anything, and people will run with it because they said it. Now, look, you know how I feel about Hollywood. You know how I feel about the music industry for the most part. I don't put nothing past nobody, whether they're alive or they're no longer here. A lot of them folks played on the dark side. People that you respect and honor and love and adore, a lot of them people played on the dark side too. You won't admit it, or you won't put no light on it because it would make you question everything that you believed in. But so he comes out and he's like, yeah, Eminem been messing around in that fun house. Well, is it true? It could be. Is it false? It could be. Do we know? I wasn't there. Um, how can I say this? Um, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I don't. Here's y'all do what y'all want. It's gonna sound like I'm hating. I'm not. I think the wrong people end up with money. That's just my opinion. I think the wrong people are put in positions to be representatives of a community who really didn't use their voices enough to determine whether or not you really deserve to be in the spot that you are, hard worker or not. Could he have done it? Hell, he throwing him under the bus. How do we know he wasn't a part of this shit too? Everybody's under the on as far as I'm concerned, everybody's on the radar for that shit. Not just no Eminem. I don't have proof. I wasn't there. And why would it matter anyway? That shit ain't putting no money in my pocket. Yeah, yeah. I encourage people to come from over wherever they are over to the YouTube. I just make it available for people to watch just in case they are, you know what I'm saying. But I'm yeah, I had to. I had to. After I'm yeah, screw that. Screw that. I'm trying to limit my vocabulary to more respectable verbiage for the platform until I just like if I just cussed for 5 minutes straight, oh nah, they're gonna yellow strike me. So nah, I can't do that. But nah, if Eminem was involved with the shit, the fruity stuff, okay, I don't care. If he was involved with the trafficking and all that, that's something else. Anything involving a person's private personal life that does not involve criminal activity, that's their stuff. Until it turns into something that creates victims out of it, then let's have this talk. The reason why I'm bringing this all up today is because, for one, I didn't even know who the hell these people were. I ain't gonna hold you. To anyone who's watching right now, I did not. I knew who Elon Musk was. I do not know who Abercrombies and Fitch. I don't know who them is. Mike Jeffries. I don't know who the hell that is. But the names do sound white, right? I'm not racist. I'm just saying the names sound white. Jeffries, Fitch. I don't know no black people that go by Fitch or Jeffries. And Elon is I digress. I digress. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But who's really surprised? Who's surprised? Rich people do this all the time. I ain't even rich. And I get bored and I find other things to entertain me. So I know if you got the money and you, that part right there is crazy to me. How the hell do you have people of the social media sphere?
What more do you want from me?
Can I ask a question? An honest one. Honestly. I'm really being honest. How can a person how can a person have everything and still not be satisfied? How is that possible? How the hell can you be a billionaire and still not be satisfied? You are set for life. You don't have to answer to nobody but the IRS. So what's the problem? That shit is crazy to me. You're a billionaire. Go buy an island. You put $1 billion, a billion, nigga. You put a billion. You put $1 billion in my account right now. I'm gone. I'm out. Hasta la vista. Hasta la vista, baby. I'm yeah. They no. I'm out. I'm getting my passport. I'm leaving the country. All of my bills will be taken care of. My family will be straight for the rest of their life. Their children's children will be straight for the rest of their life. If you ain't fuck with me before, don't expect to hear from me after. My number will be completely changed. I'll fuck around and do a Tupac on y'all ass. Change my entire identity. I'm not about to, no. I don't care about the club. I don't care about trying to impress nobody. I don't need to be out and about every single day. I can look at myself in the mirror and love what I got on. I don't need to play basketball with 100 people. I don't need to collaborate with 1,000,000 people and all. I don't know. I'll take my loved ones and get the hell up out of here. And then y'all can go ahead and do what y'all want. I'll mess around and try to invent some shit to where we can leave the planet or something. Build some shit underwater. That would be cool. To actually build some shit that's underwater. That would be kind of scary though. Because what if that shit crack? You get one crack, anything just break, and you screwed. But China though, man, they smart as hell. They building right now. I don't even know how far along they are with this shit. They're actually building a fucking underground train system under the fucking ocean. Let me see. I'm gonna have to look that shit up. They're literally building some shit underneath the fucking ocean, and it's supposed to connect like some shit. I saw it on the History Channel. I like to watch that shit. It's interesting. I enjoy it thoroughly. I'd rather watch that than watch Pop Your Balloons all day. Let me go back some of these comments real quick. Let me go up and then work my way back down, man. Because I saw y'all coming in here. Lady Latte, shout outs. Nah, you're not surprised. I ain't surprised neither. Uh, Greg, yeah, recruiters. That's weird. That wouldn't you like on a scale of 1 to 10 on like some wicked evil? You're just as bad as this person. That has to be up there, like 9, 10 or something. You might not be directly involved in doing the stuff that they're doing, but you're a willing participant. You're taking money to go search out people for various reasons to fulfill their own desires, and that has to be just as screwed up. That's what the UN should be going after. I can't even remember which part that was about, but nah, bruh. You right though. You absolutely right. These folks, man, they freaking nuts. They're nuts, man. I did a story not too long ago about some other translucent people under scrutiny for something similar to this. Remember what I said? It was reported around the globe about 27 million. And I remember it just dawned on me. I did a story on this a few months ago. It wasn't the same people. It was someone completely different. But they were doing the same shit. I wish I could remember the name. I ain't even gonna I'm not gonna put that one up, bro. I don't know what happened there. We've all gone through something though. I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you, we've all gone through something. You admitting it though. Most people wouldn't be that transparent about their endeavors in the boudoir. Chasing at the wrong things. Exactly. How many of us do that? And chase after shit we shouldn't be chasing after. I, for one, am guilty. I am absolutely guilty. And I've learned the hard way multiple times. Multiple. The elite don't care enough. Who is the elite? Who is the elite, and why are they so elite? I'm just wondering. Who gave them that title? And what makes them elite? Oh, I forgot. They got the money. So they technically got the advantage because they have the money. My bad. Let me scroll down. Taylor starting her next tour. First stop, New Orleans. It's a madhouse out there. I actually like her artistry, but the monetization of the brand is worth 195 million just in New Orleans for 3 days. Whew. I'm not. There's a lot of Taylor fans, Swifties What the what the hell is a Swifty? What the hell is a Swifty? That's what I was saying. People be crashing out over celebrities. I'll buy your CD, maybe. No. I don't. To each his own, though. To each his own. You want to have a good time. I get it. I'm not here to pass judgment on nobody. You like what you like. Me, I'm not about to spend. It's like once you open Pandora's box and you really be seeing what a person really is, you, there's no looking back after that. You bring on you what you bring on you. I don't really know too much about Taylor Swift. Her and Ice Spice did that Super Bowl drink, man, and folks was like, both of them evil. Both of them was like worshiping Satan and casting spells and shit. And I felt like that Super Bowl was rigged. That's me personally. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know her well enough to judge her or none of them people. What comes to light comes to light. But that's wild. 190. Imagine if imagine if people really supported their local black owned community stores, and if that 195 went into supporting local artists and musicians and imagine that. Imagine if people really had that mindset, how far along we would actually be. I look at stuff like that. A lot of that money be getting wasted in the wrong parts of town, milking that trail when hold on, milking that trail would develop untold. Yep, yep, exactly, exactly. You know what it is. That's exactly what's going to happen with the Diddy case. It's the same shit that's going to happen with Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and all of them at some point. It's all about money. Don't nobody care about the justice system. No, yeah, all right, keep on. Uh, yeah, F all that past ish. Yeah. Wait, who said? Oh, so Elon Musk, he came out and said that Eminem was playing around at the Diddy parties. Why would he even bring that up? Why? Why now all of a sudden? Did Eminem take a shot at Elon Musk? I know he be talking shit about people. Did he say something about him that I don't know about? I don't be keeping up with the gossipy stuff. I don't care about it like that. It's not really that big of a deal. Now, when they start caring about my living conditions and that shit is, then we can go somewhere. Show me that you care about me. Why am I showing that I don't know? Yeah, if the roles were reversed, they would nobody would have nothing to say. I would have took my money. Let me tell you something. I bleed, sweat, remix, master, record, re-record. I do all of the shows on stage, travel, whatever it is. You think I'm about to spend the next 15 years doing that same shit? I'm done. I'm taking my money and I'm out. There's no way. No way. Greed is absolutely one of the deadliest. The deadliest. Testify. Testify. Greed, lust. Hold up. Brum, 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 brum. Give me my Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco.
Folks out here tripping, man. Underwater is the real space. I'm terrified of that world. What's worse? Would you rather live in space where the odds of you suffocating from lack of oxygen, or living in the ocean beneath it, at the bottom of it? What would you fear more? Which one are you risking? I just threw that out there because I would rather just be in an entirely different country. Take me somewhere where civilizations are still sticks and rocks and shit. Really, I would be a rich dude living off the grid. Off the grid. I would only use my bare necessities. I wouldn't need much. As long as I got my books, I got my TV, I got Wi-Fi, I'm good. I would absolutely live off the grid. It would be like some Batman type shit too. Like it would be like some underground. The ground or the floor would have to actually lift up to really reveal, but when it closed, it looked like a regular ass basketball court or something. It would be something like that. But nah, whatever happens with this trial and the things that tie in with this in the future, all I want is justice. I want the right thing to happen. I want the families to feel at ease. I want the people who are damaged in this to feel at ease. And the folks that need to be behind bars, I want them to go there. No appeals, no bonds. Do the same thing that you did with Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and get them up out of here. We good. I'm good. I'm completely content. The justice system needs to hold more people accountable. This rich man wealth and their privilege, all that shit can go.
Damn.
We don't need you.
Damn.
I'm exhausted.
Damn.
I'm tired.
Damn.
I want to go to bed.
Damn.
You're wasting your money.
Damn.
There's absolutely no way in the world I'm gonna be a billionaire sitting on here. I don't know. I was about to say sitting on here, but then again, I would probably be the only person sitting on here with that type of money still talking to the people. I would. Imagine and it just came back to me again. I've done maybe five. Realistically, I've done maybe five different stories. One was on a black woman. She was a teacher in Georgia, it was like it was down south. She was trafficking students. She was using her son to traffic students. Then I did one on another Caucasian corporation that was tied into the actual government that was doing the same thing. This one makes three, and there's like two other ones that I've done. There's a lot of this happening. It just doesn't get discussed enough. All you gotta do is go on Google right now. Just type it in. You'll get a long, long, long list. It is not far in between. It is very abundant. Humans are trifling, dirty, disease filled. Folks walking around here with stuff that they can never get rid of. Passing it, passing it, and passing it. Paying people off not to say nothing about it. Bribing people not to say nothing about it. Using their influence to get things done that nobody else with a sense of self would ever commit to. Coercion is real. And I blame America. I blame America for making these people rich. I blame the United States of America for going online, for getting in their car, putting gas in their tanks, driving to those retail stores, and buying their product. Some same people that you made rich are the same people that's abusing. Let that sink in for a second. Let it sink in for a second. I know it's hard to accept. I know you don't want to believe it. Your childhood dream woman, your secret crush and all that. I know it's disappointing to know that they dib and dabble. I didn't do it. I didn't make it. I didn't push them to do any of what they did. They chose it. And the more and more this stuff come out, I wonder if people are going to continue to keep their energy. Cat Williams was not the first person to call it out. Other people have seen this exact thing happening. Nobody just cared enough to believe it. So we'll see what happens. Abercrombie and Fitch CEO Mike Jeffries, if you are guilty of this crime, it is not my place to judge you or cast you in one place or another. That is not what the purpose of this stream was for. Don't take this personal. This ain't about you. This is about what you represent. You represent a community of wealthy folks who live the same lifestyle as you. So by default, you're a part of the figurehead because you're directly tied to every single person who use and abuse their positions to get what you want. This should be talked about. It should be magnified. And you should be held accountable, just like the rest of them. Wherever they are, doesn't matter what position they take, all of you should be held accountable. I digress. Listen here, man. I appreciate you guys for pulling up, hanging out, sharing your thoughts. Me and Jason will be back tomorrow. The open mic is on Friday. Feel good to be back in my bag, man. I don't know. The weekend, I'm feeling like I want to do me a triple like I did last weekend. We'll see what happens. What are y'all thoughts? Do you think they're guilty? How do you feel about corporate America? Do you still look at it the same? How can you even? I don't know, man. Pray, just pray. That's all I can say. I'm about to get up out of here, though. Do me a solid. If you're not subscribed to the channel, the link is in all of my social media platforms. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you have, matter of fact, if you have any questions, any topics that you want to see us discuss up here, email me. Leave me a comment down below after the stream uploads. Hit the thumbs up. Let the algorithm know. Let social media in general know. We don't censor. We speak for the people, by the people, and our voices will be heard. I mean, I might even have to address that one again personally, Miss Latte. And I mean, I've spoken on it before. I might have to do that again. Blood money. I digress. You guys enjoy the rest of your evenings. You know how to reach me. Miss Virgo, good to see you. Miss Latte, good to see you. Greg, salutes to you, sir. Oh, I love chatting with y'all, man. I do. The interactions are what make the streams more at home. It makes it more like I'm not talking to myself. People understand where I'm going, where I'm coming from. Like I'm not crazy. I'm not losing my mind, you know. So I salute everybody in here. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thursday is around the corner. I hope and pray that everyone gets to work safe. I hope your homes are covered. I hope your mind is covered. I hope your spirit is covered. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High in Jesus' name.